Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Madrow and the Little One here on Steps of War. Steps of War, very small map, so we'll see if we get any really heavy rushes. The Little One spawning as the red Protoss player. He does play random, so I'm assuming he was random Protossed against Zerg. Madrow usually choosing Zerg if I remember correctly. Anyways, we have an Overlord already moving out, and we'll see what exactly Madrow's strategy is going to be. Another thing that you'll notice, how does this look? Does it look a little bit less, I don't know, less gaudy? Is it a little bit better out of the way? Does it fit the theme a little bit more? Just let me know. TLO, or the Little One, now gonna go ahead and get this pylon down on this low ground, perhaps trying to go for a Forge Gateway fast expansion. Madrow, however, has not gotten a spawning pool yet, now getting this Overlord, so we'll see if he goes for early lings or tries to get a little bit more of an economic advantage here on Steps of War. Both players sitting on 10 Harvesters, and now TL, or the Little One, sending out a probe in order to most likely drop down that gateway and then continue on his way, enabling him to... Ooh, is he gonna... Yeah, getting denied on that gateway, so Little One, instead of getting the gateway on the other side... And the probe now moving out. Drone, on the other hand, already sees the gateway, already sees the pylon, pretty much knows exactly the strategy that's being used. So doesn't have to worry about any proxy gateway, doesn't have to worry about any fast forge with fast cannons inside the base. So looks like it's going to work out fairly well. Inside the base of Madrow, however, spawning pool now up, or now being built. So spawning pool being built, most likely... At some point, we'll have Madrow try to take his fast expansion as well. Probe still running around. Peppy the Probe just getting a very good sight of the whole entire lay of the land. Back over here, this front door, yeah, double gateway with 2 pylons. A little curious on why this pylon there in order to finish off this front door, so units will not be able to run through here. Only will be able to run through this small crack in between this gateway and this pylon. One Overlord in the air as well, offering sight. Zealots now coming out. No, Zealots just gonna go ahead and stand their ground, not doing any sort of engagement. Little One leaving a probe down here in order to see if there's going to be those Zerglings to come out as a little bit of a pre-warning, and now down come those Zerglings. Peppy the Probe running for his mechanical life, should be able to get away, taking some hits. A couple of Zealots now coming out to intercept, and now those Zerglings once again backing off. Now in the base of the Little One getting that pylon, should be getting that cybernetics core in order to be able to start warping in some sentries and some stalkers. I'm assuming that it's more going to be a sentry use at this stage in the game as opposed to stalker, as force field play on Steps of War is fairly powerful based upon how small the map is. Now Zealots and Probe trying to come in and trying to deal some damage. That one Probe, however, going to take a little bit too many claws in the back. Zergling's able to get in a couple free hits, and that Probe most likely going to get taken down. Oh, very nice of those Zealots once again re-engaging and able to save that Probe. So very nice micro so far from the Little One. Roaches now being produced by Madrow, so Madrow getting those roaches as well. Single Zealot sitting on this ground, and now most likely we should see at some point a fast expansion being placed down. That fast expansion, one of the main reasons why you go for this a block of a gateway. Zealots now trying to fend off this attack against those roaches. Those roaches may be able to start attacking from the side on this low ground. However, a Stalker now in play, so that Stalker coming out just at the right time and pushing back the rest of those roaches. Overlord is in the air, but unable to see this gateway in this position. Zerglings perhaps trying to do a little bit of engagement. We'll see how this is really going to work. Roaches trying to take down this pylon. Zealots engaging, and 4 Zealots trying to engage these units. Zerglings unable to really get any damage off, and now this gateway may go unpowered. It's only being powered by one single pylon here, and now in comes some probes as well. Another photon cannon now being warped in order to try to fend off the rest of these units. Roaches coming in, able to do a little bit more fighting. Zealot's going to get taken down, and now 7 or 6 Roaches doing a little bit of engagement. Roaches now able to run by, take down those units, able to take down that probe, as those Stalkers trying to do a little bit of a kiting action, trying to take down the rest of these units. A second or third Stalker now coming in on that engagement, trying to focus down one of those low hit point Roaches. Roach now down, to a mere 19 hit points, and a photon cannon now coming in. That photon really wants to be fighting by this photon cannon. Single stalker doing a little bit of engagement, trying to pull himself away, trying to get a couple of those attacks, but it's really not going to work all that well. Those roaches move very slowly. However, now moving into that mineral line, probes coming in to do a little bit of a fight as well. And now 2 stalkers should be able to finish off these 3 roaches with proper focus fire. 2 roaches in the red, 1 roach in the red. Down it goes, and now finally 1 yellow roach going to be taken out. The little one now setting up on double gateway with a single photon cannon on this front door, getting the weapons upgrade and going for a warp gate. So it looks as though he was trying to go for some sort of 4-gate strategy. Stalker getting caught out in the middle of open field and quickly getting taken down by those 5 roaches. Warp gates now being upgraded as Madrow now taking his fast expansion, or his natural expansion. It's not really a fast expansion by any means. Roaches and spawning pool, so it's going to be roaches and zerglings so far throughout this game. Roaches standing by this hatchery in order to protect it, trying to make sure that those stalkers are unable to really push through. We do have a probe now moving out, but that probe will get caught in midfield. Those 5 minerals just going to be left on the ground to just disappear. Anyways, back over here, sentries, zealots, and stalkers will be able to hold this front ground fairly easily. Army-wise, 550 for the little one versus 775 for Madrow. Madrow still pushing around that front door, trying to make sure that none of those units are moving out, warping in some additional units, and now we have a robotics facility. Robotics facility and a 3rd gateway. Still no expansion yet. That is a bit of a surprise to not try to get some sort of economic advantage. TLO, or the little one, sitting on 700 minerals, or 700 minerals a minute versus Madrow's 660. And now a queen coming over to go ahead and spawn some larvae as well, as that spine crawler getting in position and try defending off any sort of attack. Zerglings in midfield, observer now in the air, going to offer some sight, and now the little one knows exactly what he's up against. Two spine crawlers going to be defending this low ground expansion. So unless Liquid goes for some sort, TLO goes for some sort of air harassment, he's not going to be that successful. We do have a single immortal, so that immortal pushing out with those stalkers and those zealots, maybe getting caught in some sort of open fight. Oh, nice force field quickly being used, and now those zealots with that level 1 weapon upgrade may be able to push down fairly easily. We'll see how this is really going to be worked, but he may get flanked here, those roaches from the other side, and now force field, oh, trapping those zerglings, oh yeah, trapping all of those zerglings on that engagement, trying to continue to push down these units. Single immortal trying to focus down the rest of those roaches, as well as those roaches continuing to push. Those roaches able to push through, and now that immortal is going to be stuck on that high ground. Will he be able to fend off the rest of these units? A couple zerglings still there. Roach trying, so those sentries trying to push back and able to save a low hit point immortal. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between the little one and Madrow here on Steps of War.